When you look at Tank, it's his aura. He's meant to be a world champion.
Gervonta Davis at 22 becomes champion.
I seen something special. No different from me.
Well, come June 26th, I guess we'll see just how special Gervonta Tank Davis is. And this right here, if you are a Tank Davis detractor, maybe you'll find something wrong with this fight. But me personally, I think this is a hell of a move. I think it's a dangerous fight. I mean, Tank's basically moving up from 130 to 140 against somebody who's shown to have tremendous, power, decent hand speed, a nice jab, just decent footwork. I mean, this kid is for real. Now, people say, well, Barrios really haven't fought anybody, but really, who's there to fight at 140? If, outside of really Regis Progress, Josh Taylor, and Jose Ramirez, 140 is kind of depleted, and that's because it's almost like it's the farming league for 147. So the kid, you could argue, was in line to be, a future champ. Well, I mean, matter of fact, he is a champion at 140. What am I saying? But you could argue, once Ramirez and Taylor move up, and both of them are going to move up because they're really welterweights. When both of those guys move up, who will be next in line? He's already the WBA champion, and right now you could argue he's the third or fourth best fighter at 140 pounds. So I think that's a great matchup for Tank. Plus you have the unknown. How will Tank's power resonate at 140? And not just that, how will Tank take a punch against a guy who can hit at 140? I mean, it's a lot of stuff that got to be taken into consideration. And like I said, this kid Barrios, he's nasty, man. This kid, he puts together nice combinations. He finishes you off once he has you hurt. It's going to be interesting. What I can't wait to see is how he takes Tank's power. What happens when Tank get a real nice shot off against him? And you could say the same thing when he started putting together combos against Tank. Like I said, this dude got some decent hand speed and got some decent power. Now, is he a one-punch knockout artist? No, he's not. But he does have good power. He will hurt you. He can take a decent shot. This is going to be a fight. This is going to be a fight. I expect somebody to get laid down. Somebody. Now, a lot of people criticize Tank's resume, but clearly Tank has the better resume of the two. But it's not at 140. And what happens if Tank hits this guy and he doesn't go away? Will Tank be able to outbox him? That's the big question. Will he be able to outbox this kid? And I think one of the main issues that stuck with people when it came to Tank was the whole Lomachenko thing. He never got that Lomachenko fight, and Teofimo beat him to the punch. Well, to a certain degree, that might actually be Leonard Ellerby and company trying to leverage out what they lost to Teofimo with that. You're like, well, hold up, Bus. What you saying? Doc, you tripping. No, think about this. If they ever have to negotiate with Teofimo Lopez, the chip that he have over them is that I'm undisputed. If you want to debate that, whatever. But I'm undisputed, you're not. If Tank can get up to 140 and start collecting belts before Teofimo Lopez get up there, that's a whole nother matter. Or, to make it even simpler, if Tank can get the whole, I'm a 3-division champion, okay, you might be undisputed, but I've collected belts in 3 divisions. that adds to his leverage. Then you couple the point that Tank's actually more popular than Teofimo Lopez. You know, that's where he gets his leverage from. Now you could argue Teofimo is more popular, but if you go look at their social media, it's not even close. And if you add Ryan Garcia to the mix, like, he blows all of these guys out the water. But Tank has millions of followers. Last I checked, Teofimo Lopez had, I don't know, like 700 to 800, thousand. But that might have changed at this point, but that's not my point. My point is it might bring more leverage. Also, I think if Tank can get the win over Barrios, that'll give him the inside track over Teofimo Lopez to Josh Taylor. Now, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Josh Taylor already has called Tank Davis out. I mean, that's why I don't want Josh Taylor to move up to 147. It's too much work waiting on him at 140, especially when these guys move up from 135. So he might actually be able to get Josh Taylor in the ring before Teofimo Lopez. We've seen Tank fight or spar anyway with bigger guys in camp, and he smacks them around like they're little kids. So I mean, this is going to be interesting, but I'm telling you, this is a dangerous fight. This is a dangerous fight. I'm gonna say it one more time. This is a dangerous fight. But now I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get on up out of here. I think what's going to decide the fight isn't really Tank's punching power. It's going to be Tank's defense. Tank's ability. Now, I'm not saying his punching power won't have a part in him winning if he does, but the key is his defense. Him being able to roll off of punches, him being able to slide, in the range, slip jabs, him being able to switch up angles, step aside, and make you have to turn with him and stuff like that. That'll be his biggest weapon, his defense. His most important weapon will be his defense. And that's probably something Tank is probably underrated in, is the fact that he is a good defensive fighter, especially when you add to it his counter-punching ability. That's really what makes him even more dangerous than I think what people realize, because it's not all offense. A lot of that is slipping and sliding people's shots, rolling off of people's shots and making them pay. And once you get clocked a couple times with some of those counter shots, it can make you gun shy. So, like I said, this fight's going to be interesting. But Mario Barrios is no pushover. Matter of fact, let's see what Mikey Garcia has to say about it, and we'll get on up out of here.
Tough fight for Tank. Not an easy fight for Tank. He's very strong, but he's not naturally big like Barrios. Barrios is a big dude. He's strong. That's a tough fight for Tank, but I think it's a great matchup for the fans.
Really?
And it's also a great opportunity for Barrios, because even though I know that he's a very good fighter, he hasn't had the opportunity to really showcase that, or to really state a claim like that. This will do that for him. If he fights the way I've seen him, and he can pull it off, then shit, everybody's gonna be looking at him now. It's a great matchup for those reasons.
Awesome. So, are you leaning towards one or the other?
Not yet, because it's a tough one. It's almost like a 50-50. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Barrios pulls this off. I mean, he's a very good fighter, talented, and very tall, big, naturally big and strong. Tank is a very good, strong fighter, but smaller in weight. Moving up to 140 might.
That's going to make a big difference.
Yeah, it's a huge difference. So that's why it's kind of like, I can't quite say, that Tank's gonna win, or that Barrios, because Tank's also very good. Very strong and very good. So it's a close fight. That's why it's such a good matchup.
Well, we'll just have to see how that plays out. And that's pretty much all I got this here Busting Boxes on Fight Doctor. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit me up in the comment section and let me know, do you think Mario Barrios is going to be able to pull off the upset? And that's pretty much all I got. This is Head Busting Boxes on Fight Doctor. I am out.